Hi, this is Conductor Josh at Clever Commute. I want to give you a quick tour of how our track predictor works. So let's start with a view of the departure board at Penn Station for New Jersey Transit trains. Let's refresh the clock so you'll see it's 6:30. And if you're here to catch the 6:51 train to Dover, you'll see that's not yet announced. Not a big surprise because that's just over 20 minutes away and it's pretty far in advance. So let's jump over and take a look at Clever Commute. This is our version of the departure board. And since it's not announced, we show you we show that it's not announced, but we give you the ability to click through and get some information about this train. Let's start from the bottom. We give you up to 60 days worth of track history. And if you look at these values, you see they're kind of all over the place, 7, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. You could try to discern your own pattern. It's a little hard when you're just looking at a string of numbers like this. So we give you other tools, such as track history summarized as a pie chart and as a table. So these two things are showing you the same values, just different ways. And some patterns do emerge. You'd say, well, maybe you couldn't tell it by looking at the table at the bottom. Track 4, track 3 actually appear to be the front runners, and that's verified by the table here. What we do, we take a step further and actually convert history into a forward-looking probability. So just because track 4 was the historical track 32% of the time, doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen tonight. So we use our own algorithms and data mining techniques to turn that data into a prediction. So now we say track 4 actually there's a greater than 50% chance that your train will be on track 4. Now the interesting thing here that's just as important is that we tell you where the train's not going to be. So if you look at the list of predictions here, you see track 3 is not listed, even though it was the number 2 ranking according to history. Okay, so you don't need to worry about all this detail at the bottom, but you get up to the top and you see the prediction, and it is important to note that as the departure time approaches, the values will get crisper and clearer because there's a lot of dynamics in Penn Station. So let's pause this and we'll come back in a few minutes and see how well we did. Thanks. Okay, we're back, and as you can see here, it is now 6:33, and according to New Jersey Transit, the 6:51 is still not yet announced. Let's go over to Clever Commute. The passing of a few minutes has helped improve the accuracy of our prediction, and now we're up to 58%. Watch this space. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back, getting closer to departure time, and you can see the probability has now risen to 63% for track 4. Jump over and look at New Jersey Transit, and as you can see, it's 6:39, and the train is not yet announced. Interesting to note that this train is really only announced 7 minutes and 43 seconds in advance. So let's continue to watch this space because every additional piece of information that gives you the edge matters. Hey, look what just happened. We refresh the page. We see the probability at 100%. That tells us that New Jersey Transit has indeed announced it 6:40, and the 6:51 is announced. So a little quicker than they usually do, but sure enough, if you were an inside track user, you would have had a jump on everybody else. That's the deal. We wish we could say 100% for every train, but this is an imperfect science and it's an imperfect place, and we do know that every